Doug and I are just making a mockery of this because
trying to
we
give it
can't.
to you. You're not taking
trying
it.
to give it away.
I'm catching up, Bonnie.
I'm trying, man.
You're catching up.
You were talking a lot of trash a couple weeks ago, Bonnie. It's getting closer and closer.
I was talking trash?
Yeah.
I do not recall that.
I
But
will not finish
I
last.
am famous for having a short
won't
memory,
finish
though, so
last.
it could have happened, and I've just completely forgotten. Week 12 Saturday selections here on Campus Insiders. Bonnie Bernstein, Pete Futak, and Doug Chapman. We have a battle for SEC West supremacy coming up on Saturday. Number 1 Mississippi State heading out to Tuscaloosa to face Alabama. What say you?
Alabama wins. Mississippi State struggled against LSU, Auburn, Arkansas. Nobody in that West is going to be undefeated. I don't know why people think Mississippi State's running the table. Alabama wins this game.
I really like Mississippi State. I think they've got the offense to get this done. However, Alabama, as flaky as it's been a little bit lately, why? 4 of the last 5 games on the road when they've been home, throttled Florida, beat up Texas A&M. I don't think they're going to blow out Mississippi State at all, but I think that defense of the Bulldogs is not going to stop them. Alabama rolls.
I would just like to say for the record that I morally oppose Mississippi State playing a team like UT Martin. I know all the SEC West teams do it. They throw in that
It's at
cream
the end of
puff
the year instead of the beginning.
schedule, but it's essentially a bye. So Mississippi State's players are going to be well rested, but I still think Blake Sims had a coming of age drive at the tail end of LSU.
Like Blake Sims.
And when
Picking Mississippi State or
it
not?
looked like the light just went on, so I'm going to take Alabama too.
All right.
Why are you shaking your head
No,
like that? I'm
that's all right.
agreeing with you.
All right, no, it's okay.
I should, in theory, take Mississippi State.
No,
just
you
can't
so I
make a
could,
pick
but
happen. You can't
I'm
make
not
it
gonna,
happen.
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Auburn visiting Georgia. Bulldogs get Todd Gurley back.
Yeah, 2 words why Georgia wins this game, and you can stick it out of my mouth. Todd Gurley. Nick Chubb, over the last 4 games, had 100 yards. Auburn had a problem stopping Prescott and Robinson. They had over 200 yards rushing out of those two. Chubb and Gurley are going to have 1,000 yards apiece before the season's over with. Georgia wins this game.
Here's the problem. Georgia, bad at run defense. Kind of a problem when you're playing Auburn. Now, I love the 1-2 punch of Gurley and Chubb kicking it in, but Auburn is going to run wild, at least 350 yards. I'm going with the Tigers.
We had the voice of the Tigers, Rod Bramblett, on with us, and he said the key, the player to be watching is Cameron Artis-Payne. To your point, he's the leading rusher in
Todd
the
Gurley.
SEC. Maybe that's because Todd
Todd
Gurley's
Gurley.
been sitting the last 4 games.
The man is
But
back.
I'm going to
Gurley's
take
gonna have a
Auburn.
game,
They
though.
cannot
Gurley's gonna have a
come
game.
off that massive upset, that shocker to Texas A&M, and allow 2 straight
45-42.
losses.
Man,
Get ready.
Todd Gurley's
Get your
back.
popcorn ready. It's going to be fun.
Todd Gurley.
Big Ten West battle between Nebraska heading to Madtown to take on Wisconsin.
I'm going with Nebraska. And Amir Abdullah may not be 100%, but with him, Tommy Armstrong plays better. He struggled against Purdue when Abdullah goes out of the game, but with him back there, the threat of Amir Abdullah, the play action pass is there, the read options there. Armstrong can throw the ball. Going with the Cornhuskers.
Really, really scared to take the Badgers just because that passing game is so just sad. But the defense is really good. I think they're going to stop Abdullah at home. I think Madison's going to be the difference here. Wisconsin gets it done, but again, passing game, problem.
It's a shame that Abdullah was a little bit banged up because with Gurley out of the Heisman picture, you would think that
No,
he
he
would
would.
be the name
No.
front and center
Tommy
among
Armstrong.
running
Tommy
backs.
Armstrong goes off this game.
I'm going, go Huskers. Big
Yeah,
Red.
There we go.
Upsets.
Now this is now. Don't call me crazy. Okay.
You're crazy.
That wouldn't be the first.
It probably ain't going to happen.
No, come on.
But I
No,
got to go out
own
there and do it.
Own
I'm
it.
going Minnesota over Ohio State. You know why?
Yeah.
Out of the 22 starters on both sides of the ball for Ohio State, they got like 7 seniors.
Yeah.
They're not a very senior-heavy team. Huge win last week versus Michigan State. They may be a little flat coming out, thinking they can walk past Minnesota. Minnesota might get one.
That's a nice pick. If you're going to give me LSU in points against an Arkansas team that's lost a bazillion SEC games in a row, I will take them. I really do think Arkansas is pretty good, and I do think they're going to win at some point, but only because LSU is an underdog, I am taking the LSU Tigers.
I agree. Arkansas is so much better than 17.
They'd win
17,
the- they'd probably
18
win the Big
straight
Ten.
SEC
They've lost,
losses
yeah.
at this point, but they do at the end of the day lose, which I suppose is all that
win,
matters.
yeah.
Although wins and losses don't just matter. Just ask Florida State, which
Jump
is
on board the
number
LSU
3
bandwagon.
behind one-loss Oregon. My upset will be Utah over Stanford. Stanford just isn't the Stanford team that we're used to, and Utah is a team that's sort of off the beaten path but has a really strong defense, so I'm going to give the edge to the Utes in my upset this week. So, recapping.
I'm trying not to gloat, but you
Why?
just gave it to me again.
Really?
Seriously?
Can you
I'm going to
just-
get like another 2 or 3 on you
What
guys.
was I saying? That a sore winner is way worse than a sore loser,
Yeah,
Pete.
3
I'm
words
just
regression,
saying.
or actually 4 words.
We are
Aggression to the
all
mean
taking
coming.
Alabama over Mississippi State. Doug's got Georgia. Pete and I have Auburn. And Doug and I are taking Nebraska. Pete is going with his alma mater, Wisconsin. Doug likes Minnesota over Ohio State. I'll buy you lunch if that actually happens. LSU over Arkansas
I like
for
steak
Pete.
and
I
lobster
like
at the same time.
Utah over
I'm
Stanford.
surprised you didn't go Miami over Florida State.
I did say Miami over Florida State in our college football playoff special, which you should definitely go and check out on Campus Insiders because we have our weekly chat with Jeff Long. Be sure to enjoy all the games on Saturday and then check back in with us on Campus Insiders for the download on Monday with this guy and this guy and this gal. Have fun.
Minnesota, hats off to thee.
Do you know the fight song?
I
That's so
Grew up in
impressive.
Minnesota.